Drama unfolded at the United Nations General Assembly when two BRICS leaders, South Africa's Cyril Ramaphosa and Brazil's Lula da Silva, openly challenged Israel's action in Gaza. Well, their speeches, they were fiery, their words were uncompromising. But then something really strange happened. Ramaphosa's mic went silent, and that too mid-speech. Social media immediately lit up with theories. Theories like, was it a technical glitch or something more that is more controversial, like a Mossad hack? Can you imagine that? Now let's rewind a little bit. Ramaphosa began his address by praising France for recognizing Palestine, calling it a courageous move. Then he urged other nations to follow the same route, saying that global recognition of Palestine is the only way to bring peace to the Middle East. Well, he spoke about Gaza not as a political battlefield, but as a humanitarian disaster zone where children, hospitals, and entire families have been wiped out. And just when his criticism for Israel grew sharper, proof silence. His microphone cut off. Minutes later, Lula of Brazil took the floor. Well, and he too had no hesitation in naming the crisis for what it is: a humanitarian disaster. Lula condemned the killing of the civilians in Gaza, calling it unacceptable. He went a step further. He announced that Brazil will back South Africa's genocide case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. Well, that's a massive diplomatic escalation, right? Think about that. Two of the largest voices in the global south are not only condemning Israel's action, but also pushing for legal accountability on the global stage. Now, this really matters because the UN General Assembly, well, it's not just a talking stop. It is a stage where global narratives are written. And what we have seen now is a shift. For decades, Western powers, the US in particular, dominated the Israel-Palestine conversation. But today, countries like South Africa and Brazil, they are rewriting that story, demanding accountability, demanding recognition for Palestine, and refusing to stay silent. Also, the timing is very important here. France has already recognized Palestine, 10 other countries have followed, pressure is mounting for Israel. This means more diplomatic isolation. Now, for the US, it's a headache, right? Washington is watching its closest allies breaking away from its traditional line of unconditional support. As for the muted mic, well, we may never know what it is. Is it a bad luck or deliberate silencing? But in a way, it does not matter because Ramaphosa's words, they have already been heard. Lula's words, well, they have only amplified them, and together they symbolize something bigger. The global south finding its voices against one of the world's longest and bloodiest war. So here's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. Gaza is no longer just about Israel and Palestine. It has become a test for global justice. From Paris to Brazil, leaders are saying that enough is enough, and no microphone glitch can actually mute that message.